It's a city where anything can happen. So what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted? You know, we live in the best city in the world, so let's discover and explore all it has to offer together. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and this is your guide to all things LA.
When we, came up with the concept of Soulmate, we really wanted to showcase like a place where it could be a gathering spot for the community. Hi, my name is Rudy Lopez. I'm the executive chef here at Soulmate, and I am revealing a little piece of paradise in West Hollywood. The name, we're having a lot of people coming in on their first dates, trying to meet their soulmate at Soulmate. Having the retractable roof, the open windows, that fresh vibe right now means a lot, especially with, what's going on. But I think all the greenery in here is just very welcoming. It's the trees, it just gives you that zen moment of, hey, I could come here and relax and have a good time and enjoy a good meal. We are showcasing Spanish and Mediterranean cuisine. We're bringing a lot of great product from Spain, but also, trying to marry it with a lot of great local produce here in LA.
What is this?
So that's our crispy eggplant. Fry it. Okay. And we serve it with a quinoa salad. Not everybody loves eggplant, but that was like the goal. If it's gonna be eggplant, it needs to be delicious and everyone needs to love it. And it was mission accomplished because everyone's loving it.
I was gonna say, how many people have said, I don't like eggplant, and then you say, try this, and then they're like,
usually what just comes back on the plate is just the tip of the eggplant. So that's the cool part.
Wow.
We could try our secreto. Secreto is kind of the secret cut, I like to call it. It comes from the black Spanish pig. People like to compare it to like a Wagyu cut.
Oh my God, that's so good. And with the jalapeno, it tastes like steak, but not steak.
Yeah, exactly.
What is this drink?
That is the Fanny Flutters. Very simple. It's a sparkling white burgundy wine, lemon juice, guava, and just a touch of butterfly pea flower for color and smiles.
Once the roof is open, the sun is setting, you start to get that sexy vibe. The lighting gets right. It's perfect for the celebrations, the anniversaries. Soulmate is bringing to West Hollywood a gathering place where you could just come and just be your own. Just so welcoming. We want to just welcome everybody. It's not really about, meeting your soulmate. It's also, being with the loved ones, your friends, your family, and just kind of having that place that you can always go to.
From cafes to coffee houses, parks to playgrounds, where do you like to go off script? Now, add this one to your list.
Clue Live, a walking experience, is a brand new way to experience the iconic board game that everybody loves in real life. As you check in to the lobby of Tudor Mansion, you will receive a scorecard and your map, which is technically the game board, where you can take your notes as you walk through the experience and actually be a detective yourself.
One more.
You'll meet your butler and you'll go to the iconic rooms that we all know, and you will interrogate all of the suspects to figure out who did it, with what, and in what room.
All right, Unscripters, I had to try out the experience, and I think I know who did it. But guess what? It wasn't me.
Mrs. Butler is going to be your guide through the experience.
My role here is to navigate with the guests around the mansion. It's quite large, as you can see, So I got to take them where they need to go to interview the suspects and find out who in fact murdered Mr. Body. We're going to come in contact with Miss Scarlett, Mr. Green, Mrs. Peacock, Professor Plum, Dr. Orchid, and Colonel Mustard. So all 6 suspects, right? They're all very suspicious. And they all wear one color. I find that very suspicious.
When I heard the yell in the hall, ran out, and there was Mr. Body, dead as a doornail.
The experience lasts about 75 to 80 minutes, depending on the group of detectives, because each group gets to ask 3 questions of each suspect.
What did Mr. Body smell like?
Mr. Body just smelled like bad hello.
It is a lot of fun. You get caught in the story. Our actors are phenomenal. You forget you're in a mall. You forget you're outside on the street. You think you're inside that mansion and you want to figure it out.
I braced myself against it using every ounce of strength I had, but the bookcase kept coming, threatening to topple and crush me flat.
Some people say they could have never figured it out, but you have some diehard Clue players who say, I figured it out right at that clue. I think it just depends how invested you are and if you're really paying attention.
So, of course, I have figured it out, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. You've got to come here to the Westfield Century City Mall to experience Clue Live, a walking experience for yourself.
LA Unscripted is just getting started, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to LA Unscripted, where our amazing and vibrant city and its people are the stars. I'm Dana Devon. Thank you for coming along for the ride, where anything can happen, and oh, it does.
For more than 20 years, Bike Attack here in Santa Monica has been selling bikes to people all over Los Angeles. They've even shipped bikes to places like Sydney, Australia, and Dubai. But there's a definite trend in the industry. These bikes are going electric for a boost beneath your ride.
You can't help but smile the first time you ride an electric bike. That's my conclusion.
This is one of our top sellers right now.
For more than 20 years, Erickson Monsalud has operated Bike Attack, an electric bike shop.
Suddenly, all the big manufacturers just came in like 5 years ago and just went all out. All the big boys came in. And I said to myself, you know what, I think we're gonna make our own.
An electric bike looks like a standard bicycle, but it has a battery and motor.
You just use the pedals as you typically would, but as you turn them, you can feel a little motor assist. Gives you kind of an extra boost as you go along.
It's fabulous, it just clears up your mind, it gives you exercise.
Speed and range are two top considerations.
This bike will do between 50 to 60 miles distance. It'll do 24 miles an hour.
24 miles an hour.
Yeah, you don't have to do 24, but I always suggest like stay around 18, 19 miles. That's really enough.
I tested the Tesla of electric bikes, the Van Moof S3.
The tech is completely integrated with the bike, so it recognizes you, it has automatic lights and alarms, it has a great anti-theft tracking system, and we actually also have a team of bike hunters that will hunt down your bike if it's stolen and retrieve it for you.
It really unlocks further distances, so you start thinking to yourself, where can I go on this bike and how can I get there on these two wheels?
Self-assembly was a bit tricky, but then the experience impressive. The bike connects to your phone to adjust settings like lock and unlock. It works with Apple's Find My to see it on a map. Even the sounds are fun and futuristic.
It really helps you sort of rediscover the neighborhood of the city you live in. Everything from your commute to running errands to going to meet up with friends kind of feels like this new adventure that you've never had before.
Are there some people who say bikes shouldn't be electric?
It takes cars out of the street. It just makes you want to do exercise. I'm looking forward to doing it again and having a good time.
I'm Rich DeMuro, LA Unscripted.
Now let's check in with our Olivia De Bortoli.
I really think today is about celebrating families. And so we're doing that by inviting some families here and really just learning about their experience with adopting through foster care. We have families from all walks of life, and we're celebrating who they are, but we're also learning from their experience. So we're having some conversations about what their life looks like with adopting through foster care. And I think what we're really going to learn is, or what we're hoping to learn, is that it's just like any other family. Raise a Child is a wonderful agency that really works with our foster care, not only children, but families. And they work with all families, but I really look towards Raise a Child as it relates to working with our LGBTQ+ community.
wife Bianca and I have had an incredible adoption journey. We've adopted Jacob first at 18 months old, and then Maya as a newborn. It took about 2 years for both of them to wait to be adopted, but now we're a family of 4. If someone was thinking about adoption and maybe questioning how challenging it would be, or just confronting the realities of and the complexities of adoption, I'd say everything in life involves some type of challenge, and above all the challenges I've had in my life, this was the one most worth confronting.
Our adoption journey started a few years after we had got together. Erin and I met on Match.com. A few years after, we already knew we were a family, but then we thought about expanding our family. We both come from adoptive backgrounds, so we thought, what could we do with this? Met them on a Friday the 13th. And the luckiest day of our lives.
We met them about 3 years old, and it was amazing. It's one of those things where it just happens, you know, the bond, you can feel that bond that can be formed with them, and all 4 of us all felt that.
My foster adoption journey started when I was put into the system when I was 13 years old. I was fortunate enough to have a family I knew that saw me in need and was willing to contribute with a selfless act of taking me into their home and either wait to see if I got adopted, but for the time being, keep me in a safe place. And then they adopted me. No one's forced to love you. No one's forced to give you a home. If someone wants to do something selfless for you, let them, you know, especially in a situation of being in the system. It's not that you don't have a choice, but it's kind of like, why not let love shine through?
It's just like any other family. You know, we want our children to be happy and healthy, whether it's through, you know, biological or whether it's through adoption.
Oh, and we are not done yet. LA Unscripted will be right back. LA is like no other city, and we are here to be your guide. Really, LAU, rule number 1, we try it first. Now, some healthy vibes coming your way.
Coming to Four Seasons Westlake Village, it's a great way to relax, disconnect, recharge, renew, and be ready for your busy day lives. Hello, my name is Akram Al-Kawasme. I'm revealing the one and only greenhouse treatment in the United States. We're standing at our lovely greenhouse, which is part of the spa at Four Seasons Westlake Village Hotel. It's a functional greenhouse. We use it to grow herbs for the kitchen. Our chef uses it. So with the COVID lockdown, we realized that our resort was going to nature. The only area that was not locked down was the mountains. So basically, we're creating a farm to massage table experience, which is unique and one of a kind in a spa setting. The experience starts at the pagoda.
You ready to start your Connect with Nature service?
And you start inhaling all these aromas outside before your treatment starts. Once the therapist escorts you to the greenhouse, you start exploring the herbs by smelling it. The therapist will explain each plant with the benefits.
Lavender calms the central nervous system.
And you get to choose the herbs that you like using your senses. So if you want to relax more, we'll go towards lavender. If you have any respiratory issues, we'll go towards mint. The therapist will crush it, pick it up, crush it, and mix it with organic almond oil from Southern California and use that in the treatment. At the end of the treatment, also we have a tea experience where you get to select your favorite tea. In Four Seasons, we are approaching the health in 360 degrees approach. We host the California Health and Longevity Institute, where science meets traditional practices. We have a 40,000 square foot spa, which has relaxation areas, gardens, and we just recently partnered with Malibu Contemporary Art, so you can even get to see the art gallery. So even if you live in the city, you can have a full daycation within half an hour drive of your home. It's definitely gonna clear your mind and help you make better decisions, whether you are a businessman or just you need a break from the kids and you need to recharge.
And Unscripters, since we all could use a little R&R, text the code word RELAX to 515151 for your chance to win one greenhouse treatment at the Four Seasons Hotel, Westlake Village. Good luck. Now in this LA Revealed.
How's it going, Jenny? Good, how are you? Doing all right. The epiphany for me was I was in advertising for 35 years. This has been a passion of mine forever, and I was planning on doing something with burgers. Regular burger or the fried onion burger? Being laid off, I kind of forced myself to start this business on the sidewalk. A regular double with chili on the side. I live a block away. I used to roll my griddle from my house to the sidewalk over here when I started. I had a couple tables, didn't even have an easy up or anything. And then as the business grew, I was able to get the easy ups. I designed and built these carts to carry our gear out of the new van I have here. My original burger is simple, just straight cheese, meat, and bun.
I don't even know how to explain it. I just love this burger, you know?
You know, I was grinding at home on my own. I just kind of played around with different combinations until I landed where I am today. It was just experimentation at home, and I think that's what makes my burger unique here in LA. Only a 3-stack today, huh? I don't add sauces to it. I pretty much recommend people just kind of try it as is. It's got a smoky steak kind of flavor to it. What I've learned since I've started is, I was never in the restaurant business prior to this. I had 0 restaurant experience, food service experience. And you said no drinks, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. The community that I've come to know and love, this pop-up community that I've become friends with, has been a tremendous help in helping me educate myself on how to run my pop-up, but also to share and appreciate all the other pop-ups in LA that, you know, we've since become friends with.
Just seen a food truck and I passed by it, and ever since then I've been coming by here weekly, and I bring my friends by here and they all love it.
I think what makes me do this every day is being able to serve a burger that I love, and also my customers. I have fantastic customers that return every week to come get our burgers. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Jesse!
Are you hungry yet? Let's see what Jessica Holmes is cooking up.
Maybe you guys are like me, you're trying to eat healthier in the new year. And I'm gonna make a salad with kale, and same thing, kale really good for you. And just easy store-bought rotisserie chicken, or if you have some chicken you wanna throw in here, it would be good with really anything, bacon. So I'll chop up my kale, and I have 2 heads of kale here. I'm also gonna get, I think a little celery would be nice. So I have some celery, my handy little mandolin, which is very dangerous because it's so sharp. Celery goes in. And then to that, I'm gonna get my dressing going and get this dressed before I add everything else. I think a mustard vinaigrette is nice, like a Grey Poupon sort of a base. So about a tablespoon of mustard, good pinch of salt, lemon. Let's do a half a lemon and see if that's enough. Let's do some honey. Just a drizzle of honey to add a little sweetness. So let's mix the mustard, the lemon, the honey, just a splash of red wine vinegar, and then really good extra virgin olive oil. And this is how it emulsifies. You mix and you pour. So I'm gonna get this onto our kale now and just let this soften the kale, because kale can be a little tough. Just coat all your kale leaves. To our kale, we're gonna add the yummy stuff. Let's do some apple. So I have a Honeycrisp apple here. Leave the peel on and just cut it into a little chop. Apple goes in. Pick just some leftover rotisserie chicken. Chop that in, some blue cheese. You could buy crumbles, but I got a little block here, and I'm gonna take a couple of forks and just, you know, I like it this way. Sometimes when you get the crumbles, they put things in there like additives to keep it crumbled, and to avoid that, I just got the block of blue cheese. Blue cheese going in, avocado. It's good to probably hit it with a little lemon because this can turn brown really quickly. So can the apples. Avocado going in. Okay, last thing, pecans. And they have to be toasted because they will taste so much more flavorful if you toast your pecans. Maybe a quarter cup. When you start to smell them, just before they get dark on you. Okay. Pecans going in. And we're done. Look at that. Who wouldn't want that for dinner?
I hope you're all having as much fun as I am. A great 7 p.m. date, right? Okay, so keep on swiping right on LA Unscripted. We'll see you next time. Mwah.